Well, when it comes to education, an overwhelming majority of parents think their child is doing better in school than they actually are. This is according to a recent study by Gallup and Learning Heroes.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. The study actually shows 88% of parents believe their kids are on grade level in reading, and 89% believe kids are on par when it comes to math. Here's the reality, though. Even in the best case scenario, only half of students perform at their grade level. That is a disparity in those numbers there. Executive Director of the Eisenhower Institute at Gettysburg College, Tracie Potts, joins us now, also a fellow member of our NBC News family and also a past fellow and former board member of the National Parent-Teacher Association. There you go, Tracie. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Tracie, why is there this disconnect? I mean, I'm pretty surprised to hear the disparity in the numbers.
Yeah, it's a big deal because parents think that their kids are doing well, and the numbers are showing us that's actually not the case. So you saw nearly 90% of parents are like, my kid's fine. But when we actually look at the nation's report card, when we look at hard tests, we're finding at best, half of students are on grade level in reading and math.
I wonder what a role the pandemic played in kind of this slide,
Definitely.
but also good grades, the study found, don't necessarily indicate that you're at grade level.
Exactly, and that's what we've been looking at for 8 years at Learning Heroes. So one of the other things I do is track this data with Learning Heroes, and what we found over the last 8 years, and particularly in the pandemic, is that parents are looking at the grade, Bs. We call it B-flation because we look at these Bs and we think, okay, it's a B, it's a safe grade, my kids are doing fine, but actually, when you see that B, what it really means is your kid's trying hard, they turn in their homework, they participate in class, not necessarily that your fourth grader is reading or doing math on a fourth grade level.
So when you see a B, what are you recommending parents do?
So we're a very simple thing. Here's the thing. Parents can fix this. Simply ask the teacher. We're not always asking the right question. What we tend to ask is, how's my kid doing in school, right? That's what I ask my kids' teachers. But what we should ask is my child reading and doing math on grade level? That's the key question. Because even though they're trying hard, even though they're improving, you could have a fourth grader who's improved from a second to a third grade level, but they're still not where they need to be.
In addition to asking, okay, how is my child performing? Are they at grade level? What else can parents do to help ensure that's happening if it's not taking place in the classroom?
So that opens the door to two things, a conversation and a relationship. And that's really what we're trying to get parents to do, is to go beyond grades and create that relationship so that we're always talking with our teachers, with our child's teachers, about how are they doing, what can I do at home, how can I support what's happening in the classroom. But the door to all of that opens when we ask that really important question.
I guess if I could just flip this, and I'm imagining, I'm not a parent, but I'll say it, I think a B sounds pretty good. Like, you know, if I'm a parent and you've got so much going on as a parent and you're just hoping your kid's doing good enough for a B.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, is that really, like, should alarm bells be ringing? Or I guess, like, what is grade level an A? Or, like, at what point is a parent kind of like, well, how much more can I do?
So, really good question. So, alarm bells shouldn't be ringing, but the B doesn't reflect all of the information that you need. The B reflects a lot of different things happening, but not necessarily that your child is performing on grade level. Because, you know, kids work really hard. If your child was on second grade reading level and they came up to third grade, that's a whole year of progress. That deserves recognition.
Right.
But it still doesn't mean that your fourth grader is where they need to be.
So you're talking about getting tutors. Like, what kinds of resources are available that both are free and also that if parents have the money to invest, they can invest in, that you recommend?
I like that you said free.
Right.
Because frankly, that's what a lot of parents need.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons we launched Go Beyond Grades is to point parents to those resources. They're free resources online. They're free resources in communities, tutoring, online tutoring, summer learning. You know, during you mentioned the pandemic.
Yeah, the slide.
The federal government put a lot of money into learning and summer learning, and a lot of those seats went empty because parents did not know my child needs this.
Okay. Go Beyond Learning, that's a resource?
Go Beyond Grades.
Go Beyond Grades. Go Beyond Grades. Okay, wonderful. Former board member of the National Parent-Teacher Association, Tracie Potts, thank you so much for being here with us.
Great to see you again, Tracie. Thank you. And you are watching NBC News Daily.